So on that note, my pet's still here. Placement on Abby. Make sure she's pointing in the right direction. Here's the girl when she's off to her back left. I want like in a forward backpack. Like, you know, the home, school. She's right on the edge of stage and school's pointed that way. So I think she should just whip her backpack, like, turn around, point back and go, school! And just, you know, end it like that. And then, the lady tried to delete the family. You know, just showing the family members. She's like, I just don't think you should be the family members. Like, you have to. So think about it. The whole play is brought about. That's where I think you need to have a family set up on stage. Because the whole play is brought around is because Erin needs to visualize it. She can't bring herself to think about it, right? And without that bit, he's doing this, then she's doing that, then she's doing this. Without the visual reminders, it's impossible to remember the end. She also went to pull up his side for the bumps under it. And then, you know, of course, they need another person that goes Caleb. Breathing and moving. Is that just what the sun just rolls over? What? People, just a thought. I'm gonna go get my phone, hopefully.
does, doesn't it? It's like we've done this before. Hi, Sandy. Excuse me, sorry, you're gonna be walking and thinking again. Don't do that, brother. Hey, Libby. Need some help, Jeff? Setting up for you? I know you're pretty good, but you need help.
It's a game.
As long as it's not my daughter, I don't care. You got that look on your face. What's going on?
She's giving me ideas.
For what? Like what?
No, it's supposed to be a surprise.
What? I don't like surprise. I don't like the birthday party surprises.
It was your idea.
Yeah, but I wanted to, because I knew you were going to do something, so I thought I'd get ahead of the ball.
Okay, that's true.
And I've already thought of trivia questions. We can have different categories. Like the death category. How many times has Darren died? We're almost done. Okay, name one of them. We said what do you want to do? It's the yeah, but I mean, Sandy's probably going to go, oh, we have another one.
I'll be so excited for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, first question. Name a religion Karen has not dated. Heather. Correct. That is one. At least I don't think she was born. Morgan? Morgan? There's a meal ticket. Let's go, two! That was Joe's fault, right, Heather? That's your dad's fault. Your mom never would have made that pass. All right, two.
Yeah, no.
Grammys here tonight. You score points.
I know, right?
Got my money's worth in that ball.
Look.
It could happen.
Had the best half-court lightning strategy, in my opinion. Kevin Renner wasn't tall enough to do it. Whip your ball in the backboard, catch the rebound, shoot a layup. Kevin always now. He's a baritone. Let's go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Great Plains Lutheran High School for a basketball game between the Warriors of Castlewood and the Panthers of Great Plains Lutheran High School. This contest is being conducted under the guidance and regulation of the South Dakota High School Activities Association for the enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. Good sportsmanship is essential for the success of these programs. Thank you for supporting the teams and applauding the effort of all involved. Please stand if you're not already standing. Great Plains Pep Band will play the national anthem. Tonight's matchup between the Panthers of Great Plains Lutheran High School and the Warriors of Castlewood. Starting for the Warriors tonight. Number 2, a 6-foot senior, Riley Howard. Number 3, a 5'10" sophomore, Logan Gaber. Number 14, a 6'6" senior, Blake Drucker. Number 20, a 5'10" freshman, Kayla DeCam. And number 21, a 6-foot senior, Jacob Tweet. The Warriors are coached by Barry Jacobson and assisted by Chris Lather and Alex Bodens. Cheering for the Warriors tonight, Kendra Mack, Kellen Jackson, Katie Fisher, Kim Fisher, Sarah Hartz, and Katie Archer. Cheer coaches, Corey Clark and Kelsey Howell. Cheering for the Panthers tonight, Michelle Goins and Alexis Hansen. Panther cheerleaders are coached by Susie Steinmetz. And starting for your Panthers tonight, number 10, 5'10", junior, Ethan Mertz. Number 11, a 5'10" junior, Ethan Yeager. Number 12, a 6'1" junior, Andrew Schmidt. Number 22, a 6'2" senior, Casey Beck. And number 23, a 6-foot sophomore, Skylar Christensen. The Panthers are coached by Sean McMillan, assisted by Will Anderson and Mike Howley. Tonight's officials, Scott Deutsch, Patrick Deutsch Jr., and Scott Bartholomew.
By Glacial Lakes Area Office of Thrivent Financial, Armin Hinkleman. As Castlewood will be, of course, Blake Trott jumping at center here against Ethan Mertz. Ethan against the other night against Esteline didn't even try for the jump ball. He just let him get it. And he does the same thing here. So Castlewood controls the opening tip. They'll go to work across the 10-second line front court. This is Caleb DeCam. Though they list him as a forward, he handles the ball a lot. Comes out here, of course, to Tweet. Tweet to Cam, comes in here to Cam, right side. That was Gaber. Couldn't get the shot off, though. Leaves it up front now for Tweet, top of the key. Tweet comes left side with it for Howe. Puts it down low, puts it up high. Holds it on the left wing. Leaves it now, of course, for Gaber. Gaber deep front court. Pass right side comes off here to Tweet. Looks inside for Drott. Knocked away. Stolen nicely that time by Christensen for Great Plains. Front court splits the defense. Passed off. They call him for an offensive foul. So Skylar Christensen had a 2-on-1, but he waited just perhaps a little bit too long to pass off that time. He was called for an offensive foul. He was trying to split the defense. So it'll be Castlewood basketball from left to right as you check out your radio dial. The Cam into Haug, and then it'll be, of course, the Cam, the freshman, who'll bring it across the 10-second line. Pass right side comes off to Gaber. Back it comes to the Cam, deep front court. Use up that dribble. Pass left side comes off to Tweet. Comes back out here to the Cam. 7-13 when we haven't scored yet, either team. Gaber right side pass comes off here to Tweet, holds it up high, looks out front for Gaber, long jumper on the way, would not go, tipped around a couple of times. A couple of players go down hard on the floor, getting undercut a little bit. And we have one of the Castlewood players that's down in a lot of pain, at least at the moment. 6:57 to go. Let's pause for 30 seconds. It's a scoreless game. The Millbank Ford People's State Bank scoreboard will come back in 30 seconds. It was Jacob Tweet that took a hard fall to the court, kind of holding that left arm rather gingerly. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Right about the elbow or thereabouts. He landed hard on that arm, so we'll see how that works out. Kind of that wrist, but mostly that elbow. So he'll take a seat and replaced in the lineup. And we'll have to get that for you real quick like that. It'll be Jackson Fireisen. Looks down low with the basketball right now is Great Plains. They travel the basketball. That was Casey Beck. So the Panthers turn it over, and the Castle will get it right back on the People's State Bank Millbank Ford scoreboard. We're scoreless so far. We rattled off a minute, 16 seconds. As right now, the basketball, this is, of course, front court to Cam. He doesn't have Tweet back there, at least at the moment, but they'll get some ice on that wrist. The more that elbow comes off here, of course, to Haug, takes it to the corner. Actually, Gaber looks into Haug, down the pass underneath, tipped around once or twice, grabbed that time by Andrew Schmidt. Leaves it now the turnover for Yeager. Leaves it now for Mertz. So both teams struggling just a little bit from the field as far as offensively. Comes off here to Christensen. Tries down low. Mertz gets it back out to Christensen. A baseline jumper. Passed it up. Jumper by Beck wouldn't go. Rebound followed by Schmidt. In and out. Teflock with the one hand. Rebound comes off to Blake Drott. Drott leaves it now for, of course, on the gallop in the front court is Haug. Left corner. Long jumper. Gaber from three. Pulls the trigger. So Gaber gets three, and Castlewood jumps out to a 3-0 lead. Nice to have you with us tonight. New Country KS93, Watertown, South Dakota. Mertz in the front court. Pass left side comes off to Schmidt. Schmidt on the dribble drive, crossover dribble, uses that up, looks down low, tipped away, but kept alive that time by Beck. Comes back, Schmidt, cross-court pass comes off to Ethan. Mertz looks down low here, finds a teammate, couldn't penetrate. Christensen comes back out. Yeager to Mertz. Comes out here left side. Schmidt touched it in between. Comes off here to Yeager. Deep front court, looks down low for Beck, goes to the hole, puts it up too strong. Tap lock. Rebound comes off to Drott. Drott outlet pass, of course, finds the Cam, slows it down, clears traffic in the front court. Top of the circle on the dribble drive. In the paint, stops, kicks it back out to Howe. Get a shot, passed it up. Off it comes to Gabriel. Long jumper, pulls another three out. And Gabriel has 2 3-point field goals, and Castlewood enjoys a 6-0 lead with 3 minutes gone here in this opening quarter of play. Mertz on the dribble drive for Great Plains from right to left. Right side pass comes off here to Mertz. To Yeager. Yeager comes back out here to Schmidt. Comes off now. Weak side pass comes off here to Yeager to Mertz in the paint. Puts it up and hits the 15-footer. Ethan Mertz with a good look at the basketball gets 2. It's a 6-2 score. Castlewood with the lead down low to Cam that time. Trying to find Drott. Blake, the 6'6 senior down there, threw it away a little bit. So Great Plains will get the ball back with a chance to cut into that 4-point lead. Mertz on the dribble drive, front court, right to left, and the right-handed dribble, forecourt, front court, picked up by Gaber. Left side pass comes off to Schmidt, goes with it over here for Yeager, comes back out to Mertz. Mertz on the dribble, left side with it, comes off to Beck in the paint, and let's see, he traveled the basketball, says Pat Deutsch. Had a good look. He tried to split the defense. So coming in here for Great Plains will be Dylan Duvall. He comes in here for Schmidt. Both teams not afraid to go to their bench. And with it right now, of course, is DeCam for Castlewood, up 6-2 right now, just underway, 4 minutes almost gone here in this first quarter. Pass left side, Gaber. He has 2 threes, make it not 3, misses that one. Rebound underneath, comes off to Christensen. Grab the weak side rebound, 6-foot junior leaves it now for Mertz. He'll work it across the 10-second line, front court for the Panthers. Comes right side with it for Yeager. Yeager puts it on the floor, looks back out front in the corner, fires it up from there. Off the heel, the rim wouldn't go. And a battle for the rebound. Christensen was going for that. He collided with one of the Castlewood players. And they're going to call a foul on that. It was kind of inadvertent, but that's how it works out sometimes. So coming in will be Gunnar Haug. He will come in for Riley Haug for Castlewood. So Haug in for Haug as he tosses in far side backcourt. Comes in here to DeCam, works it across the 10-second line. Pass left side, comes off to Gabriel. Left wing comes back out here. This is DeCam. DeCam looks inside here. Pass off to Drake. Had a shot, passed it up. Draw it, comes back out here to DeCam. DeCam left side comes off to Haug. Haug on the dribble, bounce pass comes off to DeCam. Right side with it, long jumper from 3-point range, skims the rim that time. That was by Fireeisen, trying to save it. The ball goes out of bounds. Good hustle on the part of Gaber, nevertheless. Ball goes over to Great Plains. 6-2 yet, 3:24 to go in this opening quarter of play. Some fans just now getting into their seats as Mertz brings it across the 10-second line, front court. Pass left side, knocked away that time by Fireeisen. Jackson takes it down the paint and gets a layup. So Fireeisen off the steal, comes up with 2 points there, and it's an 8-2 score. Back the other way comes Mertz for Great Plains. On the dribble drive, crossover right wing, looks back out front, bounce pass left side, comes off here to Duvall. Back it comes now to Yeager, right side Duvall. Duvall, right wing, looks down low, jumper on the way by Yeager was a little bit off the mark, trying to save it that time was Great Plains, a good hustle. Trying to get the ball out to somebody that time was Dalton Tucker. He couldn't find anybody. Laying on the floor trying to roll it to somebody. Last touch, though, is saved by Castlewood. So Beck is out here. Walkenfuss comes in. He's an easy kid to pick out because he has braces on both knees. Comes in here. This is Mertz. Gets the ball back that time from Tucker. Looks out front to Yeager, kicks it back out here, a little behind Mertz, but he runs it down forecourt. Left side pass comes off to Tucker, cross court pass to Duvall. Right side to Yeager, Yeager to the right baseline, pulls up with a 13-footer. It was partially blocked, maybe Duvall back to Yeager, lets it fly again. It skims the rim, rebound, grab that time by Haug. Comes out of a crowd, wants to run to the front court. Pass left side comes off here, losing the handle that time was Fireeisen. Then it was kicked that time by Yeager inadvertently. With 2:21 to go, and it'll be coming back in. Riley Haug for Castlewood. And that will be Fireeisen, so we have two Haugs in there right now. And still on the bench, of course, is Tweet with that ice on that left arm. Pass comes off to Haug, goes to Gaber, looks inside here. This is DeCam, comes back to Gaber. Right side, weak side pass to Haug. In the paint, top pump fake, puts it up, left it short. Ball's grabbed that time underneath by Yeager. Not the biggest guy on the floor, but he got the rebound, boxed out well. Leaves it now for Mertz, works it across the 10-second line. Pass left side was Walkenfuss. He went down, but he saved it nicely that time to Duvall. Back in the pass that time, stolen away, tipped away. Haug comes up with a loose ball for Castlewood. Off it comes here to Haug, down the paint, puts it up, lost the handle. They let it go, goes out, stays in the hands of Castlewood. Minute 47 to go in this opening quarter. 8-2 right now, Castlewood with the lead. And let's see, out is Mertz, replaced here by Andrew Schmidt. Common situation, toss in here, goes of course to Drott, comes back here to DeCam. Left side pass, Gabriel from the corner for 3, hits another one. He has 3 threes in this game, and it's 11-2 right now. He's having a career first quarter. Pass left side comes off here to Schmidt. Schmidt on the dribble drive to the left baseline, sealed off. Gets it back out here, of course, for Duvall. Leaves it now for Yeager, front court. Pass right side, weak side pass comes off to Schmidt. Schmidt on the right side, into the corner he goes with the pass. Leaves it now here for Tucker down the paint, throws up a shot, blocked out of bounds. And they say last touch that time by Great Plains, so Castlewood has the basketball. So it'll be Haug to toss the ball in here to DeCam. They like DeCam, Caleb to handle the basketball. Now they're going to bring back to help out here. This will be Connor Kerwin. Kerwin checks in. I'm not sure. I think he's in for Fireeisen at the moment. So it'll be DeCam to go on the dribble drive, switches the left hand across the 10-second line for Gaber. Gaber on the dribble drive, deep left wing, leaves it out front here, losing the handle, knocking it away. This time losing it was Kerwin, and then travel called that time against Mertz. Good hustle on his part. He just couldn't keep the feet and keep the ball in bounds and all those other good things. We're at 59.7 seconds to play in the quarter, 11-2 Castlewood with the lead in the basketball. Kerwin tosses the ball in here, of course, to Cam, works it across the 10-second line. Lob pass left side comes off to Gabriel. There's another three. He left this one short. Tipped out here, grabbed and kept alive by DeCam. DeCam in the paint, down the paint, off to Riley. Pump fake, puts it up, drops it in. So Gunner Howd, I say Riley? Gunner Howd, not Riley Howd. Gunner gets the 2 points there. It's 13-2. Castlewood. Pass right side comes off here to Duvall. Leaves it now for Schmidt. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Leaves it off here for Mertz. Left side pass jumper on the way. Left it a little bit short was Duvall. Battle for the rebound. There'll be a foul underneath, I do believe. Pat Deutsch with the call. And 23.3 seconds to play in the quarter. It's a common foul. Goes against Castlewood. Looks like it'll be on DeCam. That'll be his first. I think that's the first team foul. Maybe the, yes, it is. First team foul on Castlewood. And out is Duvall right here. Let's see. Schmidt is in there right now for Great Plains. Also Dallas or Dalton Tucker. Toss goes in here. Stolen that time with the long arms of DeCam. Comes up with the ball. Dribble drives through traffic. Takes it down the paint, kicks it back out here. Jumper on the way by Kerwin. Skims the rim. No, grabbed that time underneath by Tucker. Lost it. Stolen by Haug. Back it comes to Kerwin. Kerwin goes left side with it now for Gaber. DeCam top of the key to the right side. Lost the handle just a touch. Drives inside the baseline. Kicks it back out here. Travel with the basketball. So Great Plains will have 1 second length of the floor to go, and they're trailing 13-2 after one. And the People's State Bank, Millbank Ford scoreboard. Comes off to Schmidt, lets it fly from there, and that'll end the first quarter. 13-2 Castlewood. We'll come back in 60 seconds.
When you look at your financial future, is the goal line within your reach? Thrivent Financial is a Fortune 500 membership organization that understands what our members value most. Protect.
Highway 12 in Millbank.
Welcome back. Tony back at our studios. Jeff with you tonight from Great Plains Lutheran High School. Castlewood jumped out and leads 13-2 after one thanks to 3 3-point field goals by Logan Gaber in the first half. So toss in here. Haug goes to Haug. That's Gunner to Riley. Works it across the 10-second line. Castlewood shooting the basket to our right as you check out your radio dial. Comes off to Gaber. Haug to DeCam. DeCam on the dribble. Right side with it. Long jumper Gaber from the corner. Not this time. And the ball goes out of bounds. Trying to save it was Castlewood. Couldn't do so. Great Plains Lutheran with the basketball. So it'll be the Panthers with the ball down by 11 here. Length of the floor to bring it up. Toss in here goes to Schmidt. Now we have a whistle. Something I think on the floor. And there we go. Something was a little bit loose. Scott Bartholomew quickly caught that. And now we'll resume play. Toss in here goes to Schmidt. Andrew, 6'1" junior, leaves it out here, of course, for Mertz. Mertz in the forecourt, now the front court. Slants to the right wing, looks for Yeager. Yeager to the right baseline, sealed off there, comes back out Mertz. Cross-court pass to Schmidt. They can't go inside, they'd like to, though. Pass left side comes off to Yeager. Looks down low for Wackenfuss in there again. Jumper all the way from 16, good! He hit Casey Beck, who kind of just threw it up there like a wing, and a prayer went right through there, nothing but net. 13-4. That's probably the confidence he needs to get a little bit. Pass left side comes off to Gaber. Gaber from DeCam, deep left wing, that return pass to DeCam, top of the circle, slants to the right wing. Hasn't scored. He averages about 17 a game. Comes off here to Haug. Looks down low, threw in the hands of Drott, but it was saved by Gaber that time. Gaber to Drott down low, turn 7-footer good. Gets the layup. That it may not have been that far away. So it's 15-4 right now. White Plains with the basketball. Schmidt and down by 11. Back it comes to Mertz. Comes off to Walkenfuss. Jumper wouldn't quite crawl in. Rebound comes off to Drott. 3 rebounds already. Comes off here to DeCamp. Hustles in the front court. Top of the key. Left-handed dribble into the paint. Down the paint. Running one-handers up and good. And DeCamp took a long time to get his first 2 points in the game. Castlewood extends their lead to 13 at 17-4. 6:24 to play first half. Mertz on the dribble drive, switches right to left-handed. The paint stops, 13-footer. Would not go down. Rebound comes off to Haug. We have a whistle. Looks like it's going to go against White Plains. Maybe on, let's see. We won't speculate. We'll see where they call that on. I think it's on Beck, and I thought so, but I wasn't 100% sure it is. Second team foul, third team foul on Castlewood, 1 so far on third team foul on Great Plains, only 1 so far Castlewood. Haug inbounds to Haug. This is Riley on the dribble drive. Pass left side comes off to Gaber, back to Haug, deep front court. Pass right side for DeCam, nearly stolen. That time by Christensen. Comes back to Haug, long jumper, wouldn't go. Rebound underneath, grabbed by Great Plains. Comes off here, this is Yeager, clears traffic, leaves it now for Mertz. Left side pass to Schmidt. Baseline, that was Christensen, drives here. Reverse layup is up and off. He left it short. Rebound comes off to DeCamp. Gallops in the front court through traffic behind the back dribble. Takes it down the paint, puts it up and gets 2, and he got fouled. DeCamp took a long time to get scoring in this game, but now he's starting to take over. The 5'10 freshman. He gets fouled on the play, and let's see, with 5:40 to go, we'll see what they put that on. As DeCam is at the free throw line, that goes against Schmidt. And let's see, Mertz is out. Schmidt gets his first foul, 4th team foul on Castlewood. And DeCam is at the free throw line. He's a 5'10 freshman, as we mentioned. Free throws up and off, missed that. Rebound goes out of bounds, stays in the hands of Castlewood. Last touch by Great Plains. Good hustle on their part. They just couldn't control it. 5:39 to play first half, 19-4 Castlewood. Toss in here goes to long jumper that time, and a 3-pointer on the way from Fire Eisen. He has 5 points off the bench. Suddenly it's 22-4. Front court pass left side comes off to Schmidt. Schmidt can't go inside, lobs down low, and it was tipped away that time. Drott trying to go over a tree. He's 6'6", of course, leaves it now for Haug. This is Gunner on the dribble. Out front, leaves it now for Riley. Right side pass to Cam, and a shot passed it up. From the corner, long jumper, Fire Eisen, not this time. Tipped in the hands, we have a whistle. At 5:11 to play in this first half of play. Bartholomew with the call. It's going to go against Great Plains, I believe, and I'm sorry, against Castlewood. That would be on Gunner. Haug gets his first foul. That's only the second team foul, though, on Castlewood. Haug comes out here, and let's see who's back in there right now. We have, Castlewood is in there. Brock Schaefer looking down low. Mertz a little too far for him from the right wing pass. So Great Plains turns it over. And Castlewood with a 22-4 lead gets the ball back, trying to win their 7th game of the year and their 5th in a row. Great Plains trying to win their first game. Haug across the line, pass left side comes off to DeCam. Down low, Schaefer. Drott puts it up, missed it. Rebound back up that time with the left hand, wouldn't go. Schaefer, all kinds of traffic underneath the basket. It goes over, last touch by Castlewood. There will be a foul on the play. Goes over to Great Plains on the, almost acts like a turnover. So that goes against Schaefer, just in. That is the 4th team foul as far as Castlewood's concerned. Great Plains basketball. Ethan Mertz on there, should say Yeager on the dribble drive, comes off here to Schmidt. Schmidt looks to the left, a wing out here, picked up defensively by Fire Eisen, comes off here to Christensen, looks for a shot, and a double dribble called here against Christensen. Well, Schuyler trying to do what he could do, a 6-foot junior, and some tall traffic there. So Schaefer will put the ball in, and let's see, Yeager comes out here. And right back in there is Dylan Duvall. So Haug will work it across the 10-second line and kind of walks across the line right here. Forecourt draws a double coverage. Comes off to DeCam, down low. Schaefer, puts it up, drops it off. Wouldn't go. Got his own rebound back, and he drew the foul. See if he'll step to the free throw line if that foul came before the shot against Great Plains. With 4:17 to play in this first half. Millbank Ford People's State Bank scoreboard shows a 22-4 lead right now. That, by the way, is a foul. It goes against Christensen, and that is his third. So they'll have to pull him out here, and they'll bring in his place Wesley Ott, who didn't play the other night. Toss in here goes to Haug. That's what I said. Gunner back to Riley. It comes out front to set up the offense. Top of the circle, backs off a step or two. Pass left side, comes off to DeCam, now playing a wing. Comes to Schaefer, down low. Gunner Haug drives, tries to get the pass off, finds instead Fire-Eyes a long jumper. Skims the rim, no. Rebound comes off to Great Plains. We have a pushing off foul. It's going to go against Castlewood. Scott Bartholomew with the call again. 3:59 to play. 22-4, Great Plains down by a bunch. They'd like to get some offense going here. They won the B game tonight. Schaefer picks up that foul. That's 2 quick fouls on him. Front court right now, that is Mertz. Leaves it here for Schmidt. Baseline, 12-footer. Skims the rim, no. Rebound comes off to Haug in traffic. Races in the front court, back the other way to the left baseline. Sealed off. Leaves it now for DeCam. 14-footer on the way, in and out. And we have a foul coming up here with 3:37. Castlewood has made, 4 three-pointers in this game. And Great Plains, of course, just has 2 regular field goals at this point. Fire-Eisen comes out, replaced by Gaber. Gaber, of course, had a hot hand early with a couple of threes. He has 3 in this first half. Now Beck will come back in. Schmidt will come out. Wesley Ott will come out. West comes out as well. Yeager's back in there. Castlewood basketball, and DeCam lobs it for Haug. This is Gunner. Back it comes to DeCam. DeCam left to right-handed dribble, pass to Gaber. Gaber on the right wing, long range, looks back out front for DeCam. Looks inside for Haug, tipped away, grabbed by Gaber. Down low, Haug looks off for Haug, puts it up 2, and he got the basket, and he also got fouled. Gunner off the bench has 2 field goals. Got his man up in the air, took the shot. Goes on Beck, and that'll be number 2 on Casey. With 3:24 to go, 24-4, Haug will try to make it a 3-point play. Castlewood's 0 for 1 from there. Great Plains hasn't been there yet, and he cans it. So it is a 3-point play. It's 25-4. Great Plains needs a run here before the half. Pass left side, long jumper, Mertz to Yeager, and he couldn't get the long jumper to go. DeCam comes back with the basketball. The rebound, looks down low, finds a Haug, kicks it out here to Gaber, and we have a whistle. And they're going to say he stepped on the sideline, I believe. So ball goes back over to Great Plains. 3:07 to go in this first half. Lots of basketball going on tonight. A lot of basketball. Summit and Langford are playing a doubleheader at Webster. And let's see, Great Plains is going to use a timeout right here. People's State Bank, Millbank Ford scoreboard shows a 3:03 to play first half. 25-4 with Castlewood leading. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
You see it everywhere. People who take pride in doing their best. Extracurricular activities, including sports, give youth opportunities to excel, teach good sportsmanship, and the value of hard work and commitment. People's State Bank has been serving you for more than a century, and they understand what it takes to be the best. That's why they're happy to be there for you, making your life better and your community stronger. It's the people that make the difference. People's State Bank of Summit and Florence. Member FDIC.
And we say welcome back. Tony back at our studios. Game tonight brought to you by Great Plains Lutheran High School, Esteline Community Oil, Tacker Plumbing and Heating, Andor Incorporated, GSI Thrift, Cat's Corner, ITC, Yeager Grocery, Taco John's, plus, of course, Watertown Tobacco Free Coalition, and Wilbur Ellis. As we get ready for this 3:03 to play yet first half. Nice crowd tonight by both schools. That's great to see. We'll be, of course, at the Watertown Arena tomorrow night for girls basketball. That'll be on KDLL. Watertown will be hosting Brandon Valley, a makeup game from last Monday, a week ago, Monday, if you will. That was postponed because of the weather. Great Plains ball comes in here to Beck on the baseline. Double team comes out here. Stolen by DeCam. He anticipated well. Comes up with a steal. Lost the handle. Has to go back to get it. Fires it ahead, and he's called for a travel there. Pretty good job. He actually got a little ahead of the basketball, as the case may be. So it belongs to Great Plains. Toss in here goes Mertz to Yeager. From our right to left as you check out your radio dial. On the dribble drive, slants to the right wing, 2:47 to play. Down low for Beck, looks down low for a teammate. And not being able to run that down in time was Dalton Tucker. The idea was there, he just wasn't quite anticipating the pass. So it'll be a Connor Kerwin to toss in here. Kerwin gets the ball into DeCam, crossover dribble, right to left hand. Well, we're going to cross the 10-second line. Right hand, left side pass comes off to Gaber, back it comes to DeCam. DeCam top of the C, left side for Gaber, long three-pointer on the way, not this time, tipped around once, twice, goes out of bounds and way up into the stands. Goes Gunnar Haug after that ball. Gunnar with good hustle on his part, can't quite come up with it though. So last touch by Castlewood, Great Plains Lutheran will get the ball back. They just need to get some more field goals. Coming out here, of course, will be Kerwin, and back in will be Blake Drott. D-R-A-G-T, pronounced Drott. He's a 6'6" young man, 6'6" senior. Didn't get a lot of playing time last year, and in there right now is Andy Kim. That's because you have the two, of course, Ching boys playing a lot. They're now at SDSU. All right, toss in here goes to Kim. Had a couple of points the other night off the bench. He's a pass out, comes off here to Yeager. Yeager looks out here, jumper on the way. Off the heel of the rim, wouldn't go that time by Beck. Picked up here by DeCam. Races in the front court. Pass left side to Gunner, down low. Haug finds a teammate, Drott, and the ball was tipped away. Drott touched it. No, they say Great Plains touched it. The lasso ball belongs to Castlewood. DeCam, lob pass to Drott, leaves it now for DeCam. He'll direct the offense. Brings it out front, right side pass. Gaber from the corner for three, in and out. He's missed three in a row. Drott back up, puts it up, no, but he got fouled. He hits the floor kind of hard. Still over on the bench is Tweet, who, of course, suffered that injury to his left arm. Not sure it was the elbow or the arm. I think it was the elbow. Don't know if he'll return at all tonight or not. Foul, by the way, goes against Great Plains. Dalton Tucker, and at the line is the 6'6" senior Drott. Free throws up and off. Castlewood is 1 for 3 from there so far. Great Plains has yet to go to the free throw line. Drott with 2 points in the game, a field goal earlier, 1:49 to play in the People's State Bank Millbank Ford scoreboard. First half, 25-4 Castlewood, misses them both. Rebound tipped out though to Haug. This is Riley on the dribble drive to the right baseline, cross-court pass. Gaber steps inside. He hit three early, but now he's missed three in a row and a little more shy about shooting that ball now. Haug, right side pass comes off to Gunnar. Haug pass right into the hands here of Mertz. Races in the front court, takes it down the paint, puts it up too far underneath, and he drew the foul. I think it should be a two-shot foul here, was in the act. And so it'll put Ethan Mertz to the free throw line. Has scored 2 points tonight, has a field goal early on with 1:28 to go. That foul coming up against Haug. That's number 2 on Gunnar. Free throw on the way is up and off. And when you're down 25-4, you need every free throw you can get. Gunnar Haug is out here, replaced by Jackson Fireeisen. 1:28 to play first half. Castlewood's led from start to finish. Free throw on the way is up, and it rattles off again. Rebound Drott. Outlet pass, finds Fireeisen. His outlet pass finds Haug. Riley leaves it now for DeCam. Of course, as Barry Jacobson said in the pregame, they want DeCam to handle the ball a lot. Lob in the paint here to Drott. Draws the triple team. Comes off to Fireeisen. Pass in. Stolen by Beck. He lost the handle. Saved by Tucker. That's Dalton Tucker. Yeager, right side pass comes off here to Mertz. Kicks it back out now to Yeager. 59 seconds to play in the first half. Back through the hands of Kim. Runs it down in the forecourt. Andy on the dribble drive. Crossover. Tries to split the defense. Lost the handle. Ball picked up here by DeCam. On the gallop in the front court. Stops, goes to the hole. Gets too easily. So DeCam with 6 points in the game. It's 27-4. 39 seconds to go in this first half. Looking down low that time was Tucker. Lost the handle. Picked up here by Haug. Tried to get in that tall timber and he lost the handle. Pass left side comes off here That, of course, is Gaber. Haug down low here to Cam. 12-footer. Wouldn't go that time. Rebound comes off to Yeager. 19 seconds, and now there's one to slow it down here just a bit. Comes right side to Kim. To the right baseline. Tries to put up a shot. That was ill-advised, probably. That'll happen. Comes off here to Cam. To Cam back the other way. In traffic. Takes it down the paint, and offensive foul called on Caleb. He tried to do just a little too much right there. He has 2 fouls. So we're down to 2.8 seconds to go for Great Plains. Length of the floor to bring it up. And only 2.8 seconds to get a pass in and a shot off. Racing to the front court is Yeager. Lets it fly off the back of the rim, and that'll end the first half. So the People's State Bank, Millbank Ford scoreboard, Castlewood out to a 27-4 halftime lead. Our halftime show, of course, is next, brought to you by Watertown Tobacco Free Coalition, Wilbur Ellis. And we'll come back in 2 minutes.
Hi, my name is Dick Bailey, and this is my friend Drew now. We are club members at the Boys and Girls Club of Watertown. We just participated in a Club Against Tobacco program, and this is what we learned. Smoking can cause skin teeth to turn yellow. It is not our job to make...
Okay, everybody, good evening. We're here to do our McDonald's halftime shoot around. We haven't given away any big prizes yet. We've given away a lot of cheeseburgers and a couple Big Macs. But tonight I'm hoping to give away at least an extra value meal. And from half court, a $100 gift card to McDonald's. We've got 2 of them to give away. We've got 2 people to draw from. Actually, a lot of people to draw from. We get 2 names out of the bucket. Let's see who's going to come down and give this a shot. First name I've drawn up is David Martin. Where are you? Where's David? David in the gym? Is he up there playing the tune? Okay, where is he? David Martin. Is he around? Is he in the locker room? The other person is William Song. And David is where? I didn't catch it where you guys were saying he is. All right, he's back in the dorm, so you missed out his chance. We'll draw another name off. This name is Hunter Lockwell. Where's Hunter? Here he comes. All right, Hunter. All right. We've got 2 basketballs we're going to shoot at this down here. First shot we're going to do is a layup worth the cheeseburger. So, ball to William. Okay, William, we'll make your layup. Let's cheer him on, everybody.
That time for out baseline, 7-footer, missed it. Rebound comes off underneath to Skylar Christensen. He has 3 fouls, so didn't play a lot. Pass left side comes off here to Yeager. Leaves it now, of course, for Schmidt. Back it comes to Yeager. Head fake, pulls up long jumper. Would not go. Rebound coming off to Drott. His outlet pass finds Gabler. Gallops in the front court through traffic. Right side pass through the hands of Haug, which saves. Pulls up with a 9-footer. Will not go. Rebound. Drott pulls it away from Schmidt. Gets it back out here. This is Gabler. Head fake. Gets it out here to DeCamp. Three-pointer on the way. Not going to go. Rebound grab that time by Beck. And Beck in terms, actually it was Christensen, beg your pardon, comes off now to Mertz on the dribble. Pass left side comes off here to Schmidt. Schmidt left side down low that time for Mertz. Baseline sealed off. Beck with a jumper, wouldn't go. And Christensen has Haug comes in front of him, grabs the rebound. Comes off here, of course, to Haug, takes it coast to coast, put it up, left it short, and also drew the offensive foul. So Gunner has 3. Ball goes over, of course, to Great Plains Lutheran. And Schmidt a little slow in getting up. He took the brunt of that. Of course, outplayed football. He can kind of almost bully you over. And gets his 3rd foul. So 6:27 to play in this opening or third quarter of action. And it's 27-6 right now. Great Plains with the lead. And Schmidt's going to come out here, kind of collect his thoughts. He'll be replaced by Dylan Duvall. So it'll be Mertz on the toss into Yeager. Back it comes to Mertz. The Ethans. One Ethan to the other Ethan. Here is a Mertz in the front court. Pass left side comes off here. This is Duvall. Deep left wing. Guns it back out to Yeager. Looks inside here to Beck. In the paint, Yeager saves, but into the hands here of Gaber. Gaber on the dribble drive. Goes to the hole. Left-handed layup is good. Gaber's had a good game tonight. He has 9. Make that 11 points in the game. 29-6. Back the other way comes Duvall. Kicks it back out to Mertz. Now to Yeager. Long jumper. Will not go. Ball trying to save it that time was Great Plains. Good effort on the part of Skylar Christensen. Couldn't save it and stay in bounds, though. Ball goes over to Connor Kerwin and the Castlewood Warriors. Inbounds here to DeCam. He goes left side with it for Gable. Looks inside here for Drott in the paint. Turns 7-footer, rolls it in, literally. Drott has his 2nd field goal. 4 points for him. Back, of course, comes Mertz in the front court. Looks down low here. Christensen puts the ball up, and then off the heel. Would not go, but he drew the foul. He'll step to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Nice crowd tonight. Nice to see here. This is a beautiful gym. So Christensen at the free throw line has yet to score in this game, and that foul, by the way, goes on Kerwin. And that is his 1st. Free throw by the lefties up and good. So Christensen's in the scoring column with a point. That's the first make, of course, by Great Plains, a 1 of 3 tonight from the free throw line. 31-7, 5:40 to go. The second one boils out. Tough luck. Rebound comes off to Drott. He has at least 4. Leaves it now for DeCamp. Cross-court pass, Gaber. Gaber on the left wing. Looks back out front for DeCamp. Looks down low through the hands that time of Kerwin. DeCam looked like he was the quarterback there. He fired a pass in there, and of course, Kerwin just couldn't quite handle a hot pass. So Great Plains with the basketball. Yeager to Mertz. Left side pass comes off here in the front court. This is Duvall. Comes back out here for Yeager. Yeager, right side, weak side pass comes off to Mertz. Mertz looks inside, looks down low here. Losing the handle, then tying it up was Kerwin along with Yeager. Yeager just couldn't quite get the handle on it, and Kerwin with a heads-up play, got a hand in there to time up. The back comes out here, replaced in the lineup. And let's see, it looks like Dalton Tucker is in there right now. He's a sophomore at 6'2". DeCam basketball, left side pass, Gaber. Castlewood shooting the basket to our left. Comes off to Gaber, steps inside here, kicks it out to DeCam. Top of the key, steps inside, free throw line extended. Comes off here right side for Fireisen. Gathering in that long pass was Kerwin. Kerwin leaves it now, of course, for DeCam. 4:50 clock running third quarter action. Pass left side comes off here to Gaber, leaves it out for DeCam. DeCam looks inside here, finds Drott, free throw line. Comes back here, jumper on the way, Fireisen wouldn't go for 3. Tipped once, twice, 3 times into the hands that time, and that comes into Christensen, who got, I think, a finger in the eye. Not intentionally, because it might have been by Drott, and he comes over to check on him. Goes down, he's okay, I think. Got to be tough to play this game of basketball, don't you? You really do. So anyway, he's up and walking, and that's good to see. Castlewood will get Haug in there, and also, of course, Schaefer So they'll bring out a bunch. Trot comes out here. Let's see, Kerwin comes out. Also, Fireeisen comes out. Foul, by the way, is on Trot. That's the first on Blake. All right, so it is Great Plains Lutheran basketball. We have a whistle. The Deutsches, if you will, Scott and Pat, calling the game tonight, officiating, and also Scott Bartholomew. And they're doing a good job. 4.5 minutes to play. The ball belongs to Castle with a toss in near side, back court. Looks like it might be on, let's see, Tucker. That'll be his second. All right, pass here to Camp, left side. Gaber from the corner. We have a pushing off foul away from the action, and Scott Bartholomew was right there. Bartholomew, of course, used to coach. Blocking foul coming up here. So the ball goes back over, and that is, by the way, on Schaefer. That's number 3 on him. So it's Great Plains basketball. Mertz on the dribble front court. Right-handed dribble, pass left side deflected, stolen by DeCamp. Tried to run it down. Gaber, he does in the corner. Gets back out here for Howe. Takes it down the paint, lost the handle. Loose ball picked up here by Mertz. Gallops in the front court. Down the paint, kicks it out here. Jumper on the way. Yeager hits the two-pointer. Well, that was a nice play, and Yeager gets a field goal. So it's 31-9, 3:50 to play third quarter. Down it comes low here. That was Schaefer. Schaefer finds Gaber. Back it comes to Schaefer. Left-hander puts it up from 8. Schaefer gets his first 2 of the game. So it's 33-9 as Great Plains goes to work, and 3:36 to play. Third quarter action. Mertz is on the dribble. Pass left side comes off here to Schmidt. Schmidt with the basketball left side to Yeager. Yeager left wing looks down low. Schmidt turns 7-footer left. Hit short. Got his own rebound. Tried to get it and had the ball tipped away. Howe comes up with it. Riley comes out of a crowd. He wants to drive and will do so. Right to left-handed dribble in the front court for Castlewood. Pass right side comes off to DeCam. Looks down low. Lost the ball off his knee out of bounds. And let's see, coming in now will be Lentz. This is Andrew, the 5'10 senior, coming in here for Yeager for Great Plains. 3:10 to go in this quarter of play. And it's a 33-9 on the Millbank Fort People's State Bank scoreboard. Castlewood comfortably in front of Great Plains. Pass left side, Great Plains. Mertz threw the ball that time for Schmidt. Schmidt went one way, and the coach was the one that caught the pass. So Castlewood gets the ball back. Toss in here goes to DeCam. That time from Brock Schaefer. Under 3 minutes to play, third quarter action. DeCam on the dribble. They post him up high, tipped around, grabbed that time. Schaefer, Gaber drives the baseline. He runs into Tucker. Tucker tried to cut him off. And I think Dalton's going to get the foul. He also paid the price. So Dalton Tucker gets his third foul of the game. It should be a common foul and a timeout. The People's State Bank Millbank Ford scoreboard 33-9 with Castlewood leading. 2:48 to go over Great Plains Lutheran. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Chandler Urban tells us why she likes attending the Waverly South Shore High School.
Waverly South Shore just has so many opportunities to do sports in different clubs.
It's kind of quiet there for a second.
Yeah.
It sounded like I lost you completely. So.
Yeah, no, we're still here.
I was like, okay, yes.
Where did you go? He went home. Welcome back. Tomorrow night we'll have basketball for you. That'll be on KDLO. Watertown hosting Brandon Valley from the arena. Next Tuesday night we'll be in Wilmot. It'll be a Wilmot hosting Waverly South Shore. That'll be a boys basketball game. Then a week from tomorrow night on KSDR AM we'll have hockey. Sioux Falls 1 at Watertown. Pass left side comes off to Howe. Back it comes here to DeCam. Picking Cam left side, trying to go for the steal that time was Lentz. He'll pick up the foul. That'll be number 1 and Andrew. Just got into the ball game. Common foul, so it'll be DeCam to toss in here. Near side front court for the Warriors. Toss in here goes to Gabriel. Lets it fly from 3. Not this time. He had the hot hand early, though. Comes off to Howe to Gabriel at the baseline. Stops running one-hander from 12. Wouldn't go. Walkenfuss with a rebound. His outlet pass finds Lentz. Leaves it now for Mertz. Mertz will bring it across the 10-second line. Pretty good cross-country runner, too. Right side pass comes off to Lentz. Lentz on the right wing looks down low. Walkenfuss turns. 12-footer. Crawls off. Tough luck for him. And we'll have a whistle. And we'll get a foul right here. I think it's going to go against Castlewood. And looks like it'll go on Gaber. That's number 1 on him. Toss in here, baseline sealed off, getting it back out Mertz. Now, of course, for Lentz, leaves it now for Mertz. Right side, weak side pass comes off here. Back into the lineup is Christensen. Good to see. Baseline sealed off through the hands of Wackenfuss. They throw it away. Not intentionally, of course, and that's how it works. And back in will be Yeager for Great Plains. Out will be Mertz. Ethan for Ethan, if you will. 2:01 to play third quarter action. Only 6 points scored for Castlewood in this quarter, and so far 5. So both teams are struggling a little bit offensively. Bad pass picked off here. This is Casey Beck. Takes it down coast to coast, bounces it off his foot out of bounds. Some nights those things will happen. So it'll be Castlewood basketball. Nice crowd tonight from both schools, which is great to see. Pass right side comes off to Haug, nearly stolen. Underneath, gets off to Gaber, baseline jumper, not this time again. Rebound run down far side by Christensen. Schuyler with the basketball, now leaves it for Yeager, who'll bring it across the 10-second line. Pass right side comes off to Lentz. Lentz getting a lot of playing time tonight. That's good to see. It passed down low though for Wackenfuss. He had to dive to try to get to that ball, couldn't do so. As both knees, of course, with braces on both. And let's see, Lentz comes out here, replaced by Schmidt. Castlewood has in there right now to Cam, of course, Haug and Fireeisen, and the other Haug, that's Riley. And of course, also in there right now is Schaefer. Pass right side goes to Fireeisen, to Haug, looks up high, Schaefer, left side to Cam, looks out front for Haug, in the paint, stops with a 7-footer, good. He gets the running one-hander that time for Riley Haug, his first 2 points of the game. It's 35-9, minute to play, third quarter action. Front court, Yeager for Great Plains, shooting the basket to our right. Pass left side comes off here to Aiden Holeen. Holeen comes back out here now for Schmidt. Schmidt on the left-handed dribble, tries left side, leaves for Holeen. Holeen clears it back out now for Yeager. Yeager guns it up from long range and pulls the trigger. So he gets 5 points all in this quarter on the regular field three-pointer and a regular field goal, 35-12. 34 seconds to go, third quarter action, off to DeCam. In the paint, stops with an 8-footer, off the heel, the rim wouldn't go, tip back out to Haug. He runs it floating, puts it off the glass and gets 2. So Riley Haug suddenly has two quick field goals. It's 37-12. Back the other way as Holeen had a 3, but he passed it up. Comes off to Yeager, goes left side for Schmidt. Schmidt on the left end, goes to for Holeen in the paint. Stops, puts it up, and drops it off. Wouldn't quite go. Rebound grabbed by Haug. Comes out of a crowd, wants to run, races in the front court with 1 second on the clock. Floating one-handers up and off. That'll end the third quarter. People State Bank, Mailbank Ford scoreboard. 37-12. Castlewood leading Great Plains. We'll come back in 60.
At Ag Ventures Sure Seeds, the staff is qualified in helping you choose the right product for each acre to maximize your profit. You'll have access to elite genetics, the latest technology, and the highest performing corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed lines from Ag Venture, the nation's largest network of independent regional seed companies. Contact Ag Ventures Sure Seeds at 605-287-4170 or stop by their new warehouse in Webster.
When you look at your financial future, is the goal line within your reach? Thrivent Financial is a Fortune 500 membership organization that understands what our members value most, protecting and providing for their loved ones, and giving back to their communities and congregations. Maybe that's why nearly 3 million people trust Thrivent Financial to help them meet their financial goals. Call financial consultant Armin Hinkelman at 882-3591 for a free financial analysis.
Registered representatives for securities offered through Private Investment Management Inc., member FINTRA and SIPC.
Game brought to you by Great Plains Lutheran High School tonight. GSI Thrift, Cat's Corner, Tacker Plumbing and Heating, Andor Incorporated, Esteline Community Oil. Also Yeager Grocery ITC. Great Plains with a basketball. Schmidt, left side pass to Wackenfuss down low for Schmidt. Wouldn't quite crawl in. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by the Warriors. Stays in the hands of Great Plains. It'll be Mertz to put the ball in play. Just underway, fourth quarter action. 37-12 right now with Great Plains the lead. I'm sorry, Castlewood with the lead. Comes back out here to Schmidt. Comes off here now to Beck. In the paint, kicks it out here, baseline jumper. Good that time. by Yeager. So Yeager's catching a little fire. 7 points in this second half. 37-14. He has half of their points. Haug front court, pass left side. Gaber looks in here. New man in there right now. That's Costner Ching. Comes off here to Haug. Comes off to Gaber. In the paint this time. Jumper on the way. Up and good. Costner gets in there and he gets 2 quick points. Costner Ching, a 6'2 sophomore. Yeager, left side pass through the hands. Trying to save it was Schmidt that time. He was fouled on the play by Jackson Fireeisen. His first foul of the night. 7:10 to play. Toss in far side will be Mertz to Yeager forecourt. Yeager now dribbles into the front court with a basketball, right-handed dribble. Pass left side intended for Walkenfuss, knocked out. Going down hard that time was Schmidt. He's had a couple of nasty spills tonight. Back the other way, wouldn't go. Rebound, trying to save it that time was Kirkfleet. Shelby's in there as well. Gaber, back it comes to Haug. Haug on the dribble drive, can't penetrate. Pulls up with a 12-footer off the glass, wouldn't go. Rebound grabbed here by Mertz. Everybody's going to play for both teams tonight. Mertz goes down to coast, puts it up and off. And it wouldn't go, and the rebound comes off to Jackson Fireeisen. His outlet pass finds Gaber, leaves it down for Haug. Riley on the dribble drive, front court. Looks like post up high this time. Turnaround jumper, 15-footer, would not go by Kirkfleet. And we have a whistle. Nice to have you with us. Great Plains won the B game tonight, 34-31. First time they've ever beaten Castlewood in any basketball event, girls or boys. So they were pretty pleased with that, and they looked pretty good. So a ball, we walk it to the other end. It'll be Beck at the line. That foul, by the way, is on Ching. Costner getting this first. And Casey Beck is at the free throw line. He has a 2-point field goal. Great Plains is 1 of 4 from there on the night as a team. 1 for 2 second half. Makes this one, though. He'll get the bonus. Gives him 3 points. They need points out of Beck, and he seems like he has the ability. Just hasn't quite developed yet. 6'2 senior. Eyes the basket. Free throw is good. Nothing but net for both. The 3 out of 4 from the free throw line second half. Now, of course, in is Dalton Tucker. And coming out here will be Walkenfuss for Great Plains. 6:23 to go. 39-16 if you just joined us. Castlewood with the lead in the basketball. Haug on the dribble drive. Top of the key, actually. Right side pass goes over here to Fireeisen. Looks inside this time for Kirkfleet. Shelby down the paint, travel. He was in traffic, and he didn't almost know if he wanted to shoot or pass off the basketball. And in the meantime, he traveled. So a bunch of new substitutes and the faces in there as well for Castlewood. They're going to get all kinds of people in there right now. Back in there, and it'll be Mertz to go with the basketball. 6:11 to play. Pass left side comes off here. This, of course, is Duval. Duval deep in the left wing, works down there. Gets in the corner for Ott. Ott comes back to Yeager. Leaves it down low. Duval can't penetrate the right baseline. Comes back out here now for Mertz. Left side pass comes off to Duval. Looks down low for Mertz. Baseline sealed off through the hands of Yeager, but he runs it down in the forecourt. Keeps it on the floor with that crossover dribble. Left side pass comes off to Mertz. Looks down low here. This is Tucker. Couldn't get the shot off. That's good defense. Comes back out here now. Finds teammate Yeager from Mertz. Right side, weak side pass comes off to Duval. His pass in the paint, and Yeager couldn't catch up with it. So 5.5 minutes to play, and it's 39-16. Castlewood, if things stay the way they are, would move to 7-1 overall, and they would have won their 5th in a row. Comes off here, of course, to Kirkfleet. Comes back out here to Camp. Now, of course, to Gaber. Running one-handers up and good. And, boy, Logan Gaber's had 13 points in this game. 5 field goals, 3 of those, of course, threes. Yeager, should say, gets to the ball from Mertz, actually. Mertz puts the ball up, and, of course, that was Duval. Back to Mertz, now to Yeager. Yeager comes right side with it. Duval can't penetrate. Back to Yeager, now to Mertz. Mertz with the basketball, leaves it now for Yeager, just in the front court. Pass right side comes off to Duval. Looks here for Mertz, turn, 7-footer's good. Nice jumper that time. Did I say Mertz? Yeager. Yeager has, 4 field goals second half. Has 9 points, good for him. To Cam, top of the key, 41-18. He has half their points. This is Kerwin, gets it back to the Cam. Couldn't pass up the 3, put it off the mark, wouldn't go. Tipped once, twice, and we have a whistle. So Yeager with, 4 of the 5 field goals in the second half for Great Plains. Didn't score in the first half. Right now he sits with 9 points. And Duval will come out here, as will Mertz. And coming in will be Lentz, also Holeen. 13 in the game for Gaber. He leads all scores right now. Yeager's out. Holeen and, as mentioned, Lentz running the guards. Free throw's good, though. At the free throw line was Tucker. Foul, by the way, was on Kirkfleet. Number 1 on him. Second one on the way by Tucker. It's up and off the heel. Wouldn't go. Rebound. Grabbed that time by Castlewood. Gaber clears traffic. Logan will bring it across the 10-second line. Pass right side comes off to DeCam. DeCam, the 2 guards for Castlewood still playing here. Whistle shot across the jumper on the way. Good that time by Kirkfleet. Gets his first 2 points. 43-19, 4:05 to play. This is Holeen. Looks in here. Finds Christensen. Finds, of course, Wes Ott. Jumper by Holeen up no. And he takes a block that time. Also got knocked out. Comes up limping a bit. Back the other way comes to Cam. Pass deflected here, stolen, and trying to stay in bounds was Christensen. Lost the handle all over the floor. These guys are putting everything out there. Comes off, of course, to Schaefer. Long jumper, wouldn't go that time. Grab that time. Holeen gets knocked down a little bit. He's knocked down by Dalton Tucker, who actually falls down and hits the floor hard, too. Travel goal against Great Plains. Tough luck there. So Ott comes out here. Back in is Casey Beck for the Panthers. 3:32 to play. Toss in here to Cam. In the corner, long jumper for 3. Wouldn't go that time by Dalton Eng, who's in there. Ball comes off here to Christensen. Grabbed that time by Holding. Nearly stolen. Races in the front court. Takes it down the paint. Pass off that time. Wouldn't go. Tipped in the air. Again down is Tucker. Well, if he isn't bruised when he's done at the end of a game, it's not because he tried. Holy smokes. He'll be called for a travel. Lays everything out on the floor of these kids, and boy, you gotta like that. Comes off here. 3:08 to play. No! Back the other way. Ball's knocked out of bounds, you silly guy. You know, it's amazing because you're all over this place.
I know everybody.
Yeah, you really do. You go into the stands on the opposition. Yeah, you're over there mixing it up with the opposition. Casey Beck is at the line talking to Darren O'Lean. Free throw's good. And, of course, Beck's been doing pretty well from there. He's hit 3 in a row. That foul, by the way, is on to Cam. That's his 3rd of the contest. Beck is at the line. Great Plains has done well from there in the second half. Missed the second, got his own rebound back. Powers up, and he got fouled on the play. As I think Dalton Eng wasn't about to let him go. So Beck will step to the free throw line again, and Eng will get the foul. So Beck in the second half hit 3 out of 4. We have a timeout charge to to Castlewood. 3:01 to play, 43-20 our score. The Warriors in front. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Teamwork is the key. Darren Mertens and Kendall Van Pearsum had the winning team at Millbank Forest. Their star number 1 player is...
Consider us going through the list at least twice tonight.
Good. Darren comes up, he goes, have you fallen asleep yet? God.
Am I falling asleep?
No, me.
Oh.
If you have time to sneak in another 30, I have 47 seconds on the clock.
Okay, let me hop in the next one here. I'll flip in another 30 here.
All right.
Opportunities to excel, good sportsmanship, and the value of hard work and commitment. People's State Bank has been serving you for more than a century, and they understand what it takes to be the best. That's why they're happy to be there for you, making your life better and your community stronger. It's the people that make the difference. People's State Bank of Summit and Florence. Member FDIC.
Beck is at the free throw line. Free throw left it a little short that time. He's missed 2 in a row after hitting his first 3. He has 5 points in the game for Great Plains. 5 of their 20. And the free throw on the ways up and off the mark. No. Tucker goes for the rebound. Let's see what they call that foul on. Apparently it's on Tucker. That'll be number 4 on him, if I'm correct, with 3:01, and it is. But it's not due to a lack of effort. He's out there working hard, as all of these kids are. Right side pass, Gaber. Back it comes to the Cam. Sealed off. Trapped down low here, trying to steal it. Nice job that time by Tucker. Stepped in front of Kerwin. Leaves it now for O'Lean with 2:46 to play. Works it across the 10-second line, front court. Pass right side comes off to Lenz. Lenz on the dribble drive to the right wing. Looks for some help out there. Cross-court pass grabbed that time by O'Lean in the paint. Lost the handle. Kicks it back out here. This is Christensen. Drives into the corner. Ball tipped out of bounds. Intended for Beck. So let's see, back in will be Costner Ching for Castlewood. Lenz comes out here for Great Plains, replaced by Duval. Kerwin is out, and let's see, I mentioned Ching is in there right now. We have 2:28 to play. Now, Holeen comes out here. Back in right now is Mertz. Tossing here goes to Mertz, baseline jumper up and good that time for Beck. Casey Beck has 2 field goals tonight. He has 7 points. It's good to see. 43-22. Back the other way, Dalton Main kicks it back out here. Ball saved that time by DeCam. Dribbles through his legs. Pass right side, Gaber. 2:12 to play. Drives to the right corner. The right baseline. Kicks it off here. Jumpers up and good by Eng. He not only got the basket, he got fouled besides. So Dalton will step to the free throw line. Doesn't get a lot of playing time at the varsity level, at least at this stage. 5-11. Of course, Castlewood's only played 7 games. Officials time out here, they're going to let some kids come in. And let's see, Curtis Walkenfuss, I think, is going to come back in here in a moment. We'll take a time. We're going to just leave it right here. Reminder, your game tonight brought to you by Cat's Corner in Castlewood. Also, of course, you have GSI Thrift, Tapco Plumbing and Heating, and Incorporated, Esteline Community Oil, Great Plains Lutheran High School, plus, of course, ITC Acre Groceries, Taco John's, Millbank Ford, People's State Bank. Game also brought to you by Revillo Farmers Elevator, Custom Fabricators, Clark County Farmers Elevator of Clark, Coffee Cup Fuel Stop Summit, American Family Insurance of Clark, Automatic Transmission and Gear. Plus, of course, Waverly South Shore School District, supporting integrity, fairness, and honesty. Plus, Ag Venture Shear Seeds, as well as Glacial Lakes Area Office of Thrivent Financial, Armin Hinkelman. Free throw line right now is Dalton Eng. Free throw is no good. Rebound grab, though, that time by Beck. Lost out of bounds, tipped out. They'll stay in the hands. Near side backcourt pass will be Great Plains. And it comes here to Andrew Schmidt. Leaves it now for Mertz with 2 minutes left. On the dribble, right side pass comes off to DeVoe, back to Mertz. Baseline sealed off, pass in the paint. Down the paint was Beck. He gets tangled up, as does everybody else. Goes over here, tried to get it to Walkenfuss. Beck actually had the play there. He probably should have taken the shot. Sometimes you don't feel comfortable doing that, but that was probably a shot he should have attempted. Easy for me to say. And it goes back up here, as you know, is Wes Ott back into the game. All right, Gaber on the dribble drive for Castlewood, shooting the basket to our left. Comes off to Eng. Eng, lob pass, cross court. Who was there? But guess what? It was saved that time by Kirkfleet. Gets the ball back here from Gaber. Lobs out front here. Schaefer with a 15-footer. Left it a little bit short. Rebound grab, lost out of bounds that time by Duval. He was there for the rebound, but it kind of bounced off his foot out of bounds. So he coming in is Kim. Also is Lenz. Coming out is Mertz. Also Duval for Great Plains. Minute 31 left. 45-22 People's State Bank, Millbank Ford scoreboard. Comes into Castlewood. They have the basketball, baseline sealed off, this time by Kirkfleet. Behind the back dribble, he's going for a travel. He tried to hide the ball a little bit in his back and roll it around, and the official was right there and said, no, that's a travel. So a toss in here goes to Schuyler. Actually, Andrew Schmidt works it across the line, looks into Walkenfuss, pass deflected and stolen that time by Schaefer. For Castlewood, long lead pass front court comes off to Eng in the paint, running one-hander from 7, wouldn't work. Rebound grab by Wes Ott. Nice job on his part. Muscled his way, now clears some traffic, leaves it for Lenz. Andrew works it across the line. Andy on the dribble drive. Hey, they gave him blood alley, goes down the alley, takes it through the lane. Who to pass to? Has the ball tipped and stolen that time by Costner Ching. Comes off here to Gaber with 47 seconds left. Crossover, dribble out front. Pass right side, comes off to Eng. Leaves it down for Gaber just in the front court. On the dribble drive, slants to the right side. Looks back out right wing, just killing some time. Ball's tipped out of bounds, stays in the hands of Castlewood with 34.2 seconds left. And let's see, Duvall back in, and also Holeen. Coming out with a limp is Lentz. Also, it is Andrew Schmidt. Pass goes in here. Gaber on the drive, running one-handers up and good. He got fouled. The basket's going to count. Gaber has 15 points tonight. 6 field goals, 3 two-point field goals, and 3 threes. He'll step to the line. 15 points. Foul, by the way, goes against Andy Kim, who's back in there, his first. Free throws, good. So 16 for Logan Gaber. Kim toss in here, goes to Duvall. 29 seconds to play. Pass left side, comes off to Holeen in the paint, drives down the lane, forces up a shot. He was going against Costner. Ching has him by about 200 pounds. Not quite, but quite a bit. Comes off here to Egg. It was kind of a mismatch in that regard. And it comes off here to Gaber, just based on the weight. Pass left side, comes off to Eng. Of course, Costner plays football. He's a big boy. Comes off here, of course, to Gaber. Just hangs onto the ball in the forecourt. Now the front court, and it's going to end it right there. 48-22. As Castlewood leads from start to finish. And they run their season record to 7-1. With a 48-22 final. Thank you. And